So you can put together anything you want to put together. Don't just buy something just to buy something, you know. Just think about what you're going to do. Actually, you could probably Google search it and find something, but put it together yourself. It's easy. So this is a quick video to show you how to make a vent diffuser when you have it underneath your cabinets. So I put in these brand new cabinets in an old house. The house was built in 1918, so it's pretty much how it is. And I didn't want to reroute the vents, so I decided just to go and get a diffuser. So I went to Home Depot and I went to the aisle where they have all the diffusers and all the, you know, the heating and air stuff. They didn't have anything, but they had this aluminum sheet. You could get a little section of it. It was actually, I don't know, I think it was a 2-foot section. This is 14 inches worth. So I'm sorry, this is 18 inches worth. I've got a 10-inch section for, it's a 10-inch vent, and I'm gonna do 4 inches on either side because I'm gonna put, got this on the PVC aisle. This is gonna go in through the side of it. So what I'm gonna do, or what I've done, is I've cut 4-inch slits. This is basically a 4-inch, because it's a 4-inch by 10-inch vent. So cut 4-inch slits, and I'm gonna fold this over to make a box. Same thing on the other side, and then I'm gonna cut a hole in the side to fit this in, and it's gonna deflect the air out the side. I'll probably end up having to wrap some duct tape around it, but let me put this together and I'll show you what it's gonna look like. So you will need a couple of tools. I had some tin snips, a pair of pliers. You could probably get a pair of pliers that have a like a metal bending set of pliers, but I'm just using a regular set of pliers. And then I used a T-square. You could use anything that's square to put inside so you can get your squared corners to kind of mold the aluminum around the square to square it off. So right now I'm folding it together. You can see where I've done it here. So what I'll do is I did make one mistake, and I cut the side too short. I thought I was going at 3 inches, but I needed to go to 4 inches. So I'm gonna leave that there and just cover it with duct tape. But what I'll do is I'll fold the sides in, see if I can do this one-handed. All right, that was painful. All right, so there, I've got the box done. Show you this other box I did. So on the other side, I had the same situation. But on this one, it was facing out. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to, I'll be able to get this one out. But you could see, so I've got a box here. This one was shorter, but yeah, so got that fitted in really well, and it works really, really well. So I'll just cut a hole in the kick plate so this PVC will come through. It's white kick plate, so you shouldn't be able to tell much of a difference, or you won't be able to see it too much. Well, at least it won't look too bad, I guess. So now I've got to figure out how to cut a hole in the side of it to fit this in and be able to attach it. So that's what I'm working on now. All right, so I've cut a hole in the side. What I'm gonna do is just kind of, I'm not gonna be able to show this completely, but I'm gonna take these pliers and bend this down just a little bit, and I'm gonna make it to where I cut it a little short from where I needed it, and I'm gonna use that to kind of wedge it in. All right, so I'm gonna take some duct tape, and this is gonna be impossible doing this one-handed, but so I'm gonna take duct tape and secure this into, actually I should probably make sure this is gonna fit underneath. Since it didn't fit on the other one, I have a feeling it's not going to fit on this one. Nope, it's not going to fit either. So, new plan. I've got, if I would have done this before, I would have been able to do it. So, I've got some aluminum sleeve that I bought. So I just went down the aisle and looked for anything that I could find to put this together, and I bought it and brought it home. So just in case I needed it, I'd have it. And that's really what I did. I couldn't find it, so I figured I'm gonna make one. You know, DIY is not that hard. If you have a few tools, you can do it. So this is what I'm gonna end up doing, I guess. I'm gonna have to do this, since this is, I can bend it. I'll be able to get this underneath. All right, so this is my diffuser. Doesn't look great, but this is going to serve the purpose. So I bent it to square, kind of squared it off, and then I've got this second tube, and I did a fold. I don't know if you can see the fold there. So I just took some pliers on either side and just bent it and then folded it over to make it just slightly bit smaller. So that will fit in there, which will be an extension. So now I just have to work out how far I need to extend, and then figure out what I'm going to do. I think what I'll do is go back and try to find a 3-inch. This is a 4-inch pipe. So if I can find a 3-inch with a square or with a rectangle, and basically this is like a downspout, I believe, some sort of downspout attachment. But find something like that to put on the end to make it look more like the kick plate. Yeah, so that's it. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and tape it up here, and then I'm going to dry fit it and see if it works. Okay, so it fit well, but in the front it didn't seat very well. So what I've done is I've just had some scrap pieces. I know this looks like Frankenstein, but I guarantee it's going to work. Because what's going to end up happening is the air is going to flow into here and then out our hole. It's going to be great. I got to figure out how I can prove to you that it works. So I'm going to take one last piece of duct tape across here, and then I'm going to put it back underneath and do the final fitting of it. Okay. It's about to come on. Whoa, yeah, see, it came on. So we've got good airflow. You can probably hear it coming through the speaker. Now it's shooting straight out of the hole. So I'll just extend this out to the kick plate, to here, to the kick plate, and it'll be perfect. So we did buy one just to see what was out there on Amazon. And I'll show you this real fast. I would suggest not buying one of these. So this would fit over, you'd have your vent down here, and you can extend this out as far as you need, right? The only problem with this is that it's so light, the airflow pushes it and air just comes out the sides. One thing we noticed was we had some cereal and Pop-Tarts in that cabinet overnight, and every time, you know, the heat would kick on, well, we woke up in the morning and the everything in there was warm, So all the air was getting pushed up into the cabinet, and then everything inside the cabinet was getting warm. So we don't want that. That's why I decided to do this instead of using this cheap one, which we're gonna send back to Amazon. $20 for that. Not worth it. What I put together was probably about $10 or $15, $10. Actually, yeah, you could probably do it for $10 if you have some duct tape already at home and you have the tools. About 10 bucks. So pretty easy. Again, got the one down here. It's working great. You can see it's pushing the paper up. It's working really good. I hope this helps somebody out there. And if it does, send me put a message down below and just let me know how it worked out for you.